fuck? Yeah, Lou. Yeah, it's me here. Yeah, guess what I just found? No, the angry chef. The angry chef. Well, apparently he thinks there's more to cooking than ramen noodles. Yes, I know there's more to cooking than ramen noodles, yeah. But I watched the first 3 seconds. It doesn't look good. No, I don't mean that the situation's bad for us, it just looks like a really bad show. We gotta do something about it, because this is... What do you think we should do? That's perfect. Meet me in my office. My bedroom. You're dead, angry chef. D-E-D dead.
The episode which you are about to see is a direct response to viewing an episode of our competition's cooking show, a show involving one so-called angry chef. It is all the more tragic in that it took us over 15 minutes to download his episode. One could never have expected, nor would they have wished, to see as much of the lame and second-rate skill they were to see that day. For Lewis, the gauntlet had been thrown. The events of that viewing have led to a retaliation in the form of a cook serve. The gloves are off.
We're doing Rack of Lamb in retaliation, really, to a online competitor who feels that, well, he thinks there's more to cooking than ramen noodles, and he's absolutely right. Unfortunately, Rack of Lamb is very, very expensive. $24.03 for less than 2 pounds for a very small rack of lamb. I had such a hassle getting a rack of lamb that I still gotta come home and still prep it. The butcher half prepped it for me already. He left like the stuff I gotta trim off on because it increased the price. They sell this shit by the pound. Yeah, we just got raped. This rack of lamb cost more than every piece of food I've bought for the show so far. I can get, what was it? Let me do the math in my head real quick. 240 fucking hot dogs. Something like 500 packs of ramen. It's ridiculous. So we're gonna do some pork chops. Pork chops are a lot less expensive and still very tasty. The pork is like $3.29 a pound. I got almost 4 pounds of pork chops here for half of what the rack of lamb cost. I'm not a butcher. I don't have a good set of knives. So I'm gonna do my best to make my viewers proud. This is a rack of lamb. Let me flip it over, bang it on the table unnecessarily. A little. Cut across, trim off the fat. Okay, so he called this shit French. It's okay. In the interest of making my life easier. All right, here's the rack of lamb. Flap on the camera. I intend to season it a little better than my competition. We just put some salt and pepper on it. I'm not knocking salt and pepper, but fucker knocked ramen, so I'm putting ramen on it. I'm going to take the 2 that I cut off, the 2 chops I cut off, prep them the way the pork chops are prepped. I'm going to show that you can cook this in a variety of ways. To do this, I'm just going to cut them in half. So I have my chop. I'm going to trim off the fat off the top of it. That right there is about all I'm going to waste. This was $5 for 2. This is $11 for like 12. I'm going to show you how easy it is to prep a pork chop. We're going to cut through this plastic, trim away the fat or plastic. Done. Yeah. 1, 2, 6, 8 pork chops, $11. There's a slight difference in the way a lamb chop's gonna taste and a pork chop's gonna taste. You probably all know what pork chops taste like. They're comfort food. Pork chops are awesome. There's a lot of fat running in there. Fat is flavor. Lamb chops are, though still fatty, they're still a little gamey. It's a very intricate flavor. When you get down to cooking, I'm gonna prep a dry rub for this stuff. I'm gonna use the same dry rub I use on the rack of lamb that I'm going to use on the pork chops. This is our little extra flavor pack area. Flavor packs from ramen, cheese sauce from some shitty store-bought mac and cheese. So I'm using beef, because again, we had a bunch of the beef kicking around. Will it add a beef flavor to the lamb or pork? No, it's not really beefy at all. It's just kind of brown and salty. Fresh ground black pepper. We're gonna go into angry cam mode for this. Angry pepper. I'm gonna grab some garlic for my rub. Garlic, more cheap store-bought stuff. I'm actually gonna sear this prior to putting the rub on the rack of lamb, because the majority of it, especially if I'm gonna sear, runs the risk of burning. Pepper burns, salt doesn't burn, garlic burns, pepper burns. I don't want to put a burnt flavor right onto the food. I'm gonna throw a little red pepper flake in there, just for a little spice, because this is a shockingly hot sauce free episode. I'm all riled up.